Hello, learners. Welcome back to my course again. In today's lesson, we are going to learn how to write a program completely from scratch. We will also identify all the tokens inside the program and find any errors step by step. So, let's begin. So, before writing any program, you must understand about data types. Actually, why are data types important? Because in real life, data comes in many forms. It can be integer, it can be floating point number, or it can be a text, or it can be a decision only. For example, age is a number, and it will be an integer number. Price is a decimal number. Name is a text, and if we know we want to decide anything, that times yes or no, it will be a boolean function. So computers do not automatically understand this. So when we write a program, we must tell the computer what kind of data type we are using. So here we see that if we want to declare a variable, that times we need to define the data type. There is a age is the integer data type, price is a floating point data type, grade is a character data type. For integer data type, int is a keyword, and for floating point data type, it is float float, and for character data type, it is char in C. So there are actually no uh, data type mentioning needed in Python. That's why if we write a is equal to 20, it will automatically understand that it is an integer number. Price equal to 55.90, that means it will automatically understand that it is a floating point number. And if we write name equal to John in a quotation, that time it will automatically understand that name is a string character. So let's discuss about why is the data type important for debugging. If we use the wrong data type, that time programs break. Suppose we want to store a floating point number, that time we need to declare a floating type variable. If we want to store an integer number, that time we just need to declare a integer type variable. Here in C we see that int space x equal to 10.5. That means here we declare an integer type variable, but we are forcefully want to store 10.5 into the integer type variable x. This will create a error. So if we want to store 10.5, that times we just change int to float float type. Again, here we see that in Python is equal to input, then in the first parenthesis there is a string constant, enter age. Then in the next line we just print age plus 5. So it will also create an error because a string never add with a integer number. So here in the first line we see that enter age, this is actually a string constant. So a string constant never complete a addition with a integer constant 5. So data types helps actually prevent such bugs. So before writing a program, we should take care of this kind of bugs. Now recall tokens. What is token? Tokens are the smallest meaningful units in a program. Just like a language needs alphabets, grammar, words, a program needs tokens. Tokens include keywords, identifiers, constants, operators, string literals, punctuators. So if we want to write a program from the beginning, so what should be the step? Initially, we must understand the problem. We just find out what does the program need to do, then identify the input. After identifying the input, we plan about the output. So in the input section, we should take care of what data we need, what are the data types we must use, and accordingly we will plan for the output. That means what should it display as output. So we must use correct data types. Um, it can be integer, float, either character or string or boolean, anything else. So if there are any kind of arithmetic or logical operation needed, we also choose operators in the program. Then using token syntax and indentation, we write the code correctly. So it is actually pretty common in any kind of programming that there may be existing some syntax error, logical errors, or runtime errors. So before releasing the program, we should fix those syntax error, logical errors, and runtime errors if there are any. Now let's apply everything in real life problems. In problem one, we just want to add two numbers. So add two numbers means suppose we want to add to number 5 and 10. So 5 and 10 will be stored into variable. Then we will got the output as 5 plus 10 is equal to 15. So for that, initially we just declare two variable a and b. A will store a data and b will store another integer data. So in C, the data type declaration is uh, the keyword for the data type int, then a space, then the variable names will be there. Here is a comma b. That means a and b, two are integer type variable, and it will end with a semicolon. We should remember about that. So in case of Python type, in case of Python integer type input in Python, we declare int then first bracket. That means a is equal to int first bracket and b equal to int first bracket. Consider the given program to add two numbers. Here we intentionally created some error actually. Look at to the line after the main function immediately. Int a space b. Here is actually missing commas, missing comma or semicolon. So missing comma between variable is not allowed in C. C requires commas when declaring multiple variables. Now go to the third line, that is scanf, then double quotation format specifier %d space format specifier %d comma a comma b. So in the scanf function, for integer type or any kind of variable, we need to use actually ampersand sign. So this is also a error. Now, and as well as every statement will end with a semicolon. So a scanf statement, printf statement will end with a semicolon. So here is also in the printf function, at the last it will not be actually a um, there should be a semicolon actually, so there is missing semicolon in the printf line also. So why actually memory address variable ampersand operator is needed in a scanf function? Because a scanf needs the memory address of the variables, not the variables themselves. So that's why we must include address variable or memory address of the variable by using the ampersand sign. Here we are taking two numbers as input. That's why we should write it as scanf percent d, comma ampersand a, comma ampersand b, and the statement must end with a semicolon. So after correction, the C code will look like as same as the blue printed line in the screen. Now proceed to the next program. The next program is to generate average of three numbers. So average of three numbers, that means we have to calculate the sum of three numbers at first, then we will divide the summation by 3, since this is average of three number. If it is asked to do the average of four numbers, that times we need to divide the summation of four numbers by 4. So here, since there are three numbers average, we need three variables, a, b, and c, and the average a, b, c are integer number. There is no problem, but the average is the average can be floating point numbers. That's why we have to choose average as a float number and numbers abc as a integer number. So we just see the wrong Python code here. Vg is equal to a plus b plus c divided by 3. This is actually wrong code. So corrected Python code is we have to calculate the sum of three variables at first. That means a plus b plus c within a parenthesis, within first parenthesis, then that's divide by 3. The result will store in the avg variable. So this is pretty simple, but we have to be careful about choosing the data type, as well as we have to remember one thing, that a plus b plus c divided by 3, that is not equal to the this one, a plus b plus c whole then divided by 3. In the previous line, in the first line, it means a plus b plus c divided by 3. That means you add a, b, and one third of c. This is not our main goal. Our main goal is we have to calculate whole summation of a, b, and c, then divided by 3. That's why it will correct by the second line, that is abc is equal to, first calculate a plus b plus c, then whole sum is in first bracket, then divided by 3. Now go to the third problem. The problem's goal is to find a number whether it is even or odd. So at first look at to the left code in the left side. Okay, you see that in the first line, that is integer space, and there is a missing semicolon, so it causes syntax error. Just we correct it to the next program, which is shown in the right side of the screen. That is, we missing that semicolon here and just correct it. After correction, it is look like integer and with a semicolon. In the second line, there is no problem, but in this third line, in the scanf function, uh, we see that there is no ampersand sign when we are taking n as input, so we should use it. After correction, we use the ampersand sign here. Again, there is if condition. If n modulus 2 equals 0, there is only one equal line. So this is not the way to write only one equal sign. When uh, we will check the condition. That time we need to use the logical operators. This one equal sign is actually assignment operator. So it should be there is two equal sign. If n modulus double equal to 0, that means n will divide by 2 After division, if there is the result, if the modulus result is 0 or remainder is 0, that times we can call it as a even number, otherwise it is a odd number. So this is also an logical error here. And modulus to equal, only one equal is not allowed, it should be double equal. You see that after correction it is double equal to 0. And in the else function we print odd without semicolon, but we have to use the semicolon here also. So after correction, it look like uh, which is shown in the right side of the code. So after correction of the code, we will try to understand what types of tokens are used in that program. So here in the first line, int, this int is actually a keyword. Uh, and any keyword actually we cannot use as identifier. Okay, main, this is a function name, so function name is a identifier. Then in the line int space n, int is also is a keyword, but n is identifier because this is a variable name. Then printf, printf, printf is actually a built-in library function, and there is a specific task of it which is to show the output. Okay, so printf belongs to library stdi.h, and printf has a specific task. This printf is a identifier because this is a built-in function name. Again, a scanf function, function just taken the instruction from the user. And it is also a library function of stdi.h. That's why scanf is also identifier. Then if if small letter if, this is a keyword actually, and it is used when we checking any conditions. Okay, then and modulus 2, 2 is a constant here. Double equal is operator. 0, 0 is also operator. Modulus is also, sorry, 0 is a constant, 2 is a constant, double equal sign and modulus is a operator here. Then again printf previously said printf is an identifier, and in double quotation they written even, double quotation written out, this is actually text. Okay, return is also a keyword here. Return is also a keyword here. So from a code, we easily identify the tokens, identifier, constant, keyword, operators. So we will see in our upcoming lessons what are the rules to naming an identifier, or how many constant is there, and which is called actually keyword, what are their purpose, and how many operators are existing in the C. We will see in our upcoming lessons. So a user actually should take care of some debugging tips. There are three types of error can happen, we know already. One is syntax error, one is logical error, one is runtime error. So for syntax error, you just check semicolons, check indentation in Python, check parentheses or braces in the proper place or not. And for logical error, you should test with simple inputs, print variable values, check formula very carefully. And for the runtime error, you need to validate input, check the division by 0, and check file paths. And also uh, check the data type needed in your program. So this is actually pro tips for beginners, and you should take care of it. Otherwise, you cannot solve or cannot detect errors. So in these lessons, we just cover up data types, tokens, syntax rule, how to write a code, error spotting techniques, debugging techniques, and we see it by using multiple real problems in C and Python already. In the next lesson, we will try to discuss about variables and constant. That means we will show there how to store and manage data in your programs by using variables and constant. So stay tuned, and please, if you like the video, just share it to your friends and subscribe my channel to stay tuned.